Good morning, Pisces. Good morning. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep. I hope you woke up today feeling happy, safe, and peaceful. Thank you to everyone that has liked, commented, subscribed, and gave donations. Happy, what's today? Tuesday. All right, let's pull one of these. This is What's the Tea by Fire Witch Tarot. We also have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me with this message today for my beautiful Pisces people. My Pisceanos, what messages do we have for Pisces? We got waiting with the Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is like in reverse, like someone that wants to apologize. But I kind of feel with this waiting, it's like they're not apologizing, or they're not going to apologize, Pisces, or this could be you. I'm not apologizing. Sorry, not sorry, right? Like that's what I'm feeling here. So I don't know. Somebody is waiting for an apology that they are not going to get. Let's go deeper and see. Let me see this. Look at that. Seven Pentacles. Like, does this person deserve an apology? I think so. But let's go deeper and see what else. Spirit, tell me more. Two of Swords. Six of Swords. Ah, they're coming back though, Pisces. Hold on. I see it. Three of Wands. You're not looking for an apology. I don't need your sympathy. There's nothing you can say or do for me. And I don't want a miracle. You'll never change for no one. Oof. So maybe you were waiting for an apology at a certain point and you gave up on it, because that song is very strong. Like, I'm strong enough to live without you, strong enough, and I quit crying long enough. Now I'm strong enough to know you gotta go, there's no more to say. So save your breath and walk away. No matter, I'm sorry what I hear you say. I'm strong enough, yes. So you feel misunderstood. Well, baby, have I got news for you? Okay, let me stop. I'm sorry. So I just feel that song. So I wasn't listening. I haven't heard it, and it's like when it comes through like that, it's like, it's pretty much what is going on at this time. It's like a huge realization for you that you don't need them anymore. You're strong enough to live without someone. But this is the interesting thing. We got the Two of Swords here. Someone is still in their heads about what to do. Could be the reason why they're not coming to approach you to apologize. I think maybe they're starting to feel like you're going to come back, or maybe I think they're in for a very rude awakening. I think hold on, there's something here. Like, I've seen you got over something, or you've been used to something. That's what I'm feeling. Like you're used to this. Like there's something here that you're used to, and eventually the more you get used to it, the more that it doesn't affect you anymore. Don't know what that means, but that's what I felt. I got the Six of Swords here. They're coming back, Pisces. They always come back. And then it's just up to you if you want this person or not. This is how it's going to go. But let's go deeper. Let me see what else I can get. Spirit, tell me more about this waiting. Knight of Cups. Ace of Cups. That's a lot of love. I'm just shaking my head here because I could feel all the love here. Um, the problem with all this is that it's so. I don't know if this means sometimes when you get the cups in reverse, it could mean that somebody wasn't good at expressing their love, or it could mean that someone was manipulative with their love, or they were an emotional mess, right? So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, especially with this waiting. With this waiting, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups is someone that brings love, bringing love to somebody that is emotionally a mess. Waiting. There's something I'm missing. Let's throw one more out. Wow, the Empress. Needy person. Very needy person in the reverse. I'm also getting, Pisces, that someone is in much need of this reunion or this love is what I'm getting. Like they really need it. They've been waiting for it. It's just that they're an emotional mess at this time, Pisces. Like I think the realization that you may not be coming back is really weighing on them. Like they're starting to really feel it. So, and I see why, Pisces. Like you invested a lot into this situation. You were waiting for things to happen and to grow. And, there's a lack of maturity is what I'm feeling here, where a person cannot apologize for their actions. That's a big red flag. I'm sorry. You know how people apologize in their own ways? Like people sometimes will, sometimes they'll never say the words "I'm sorry," but they'll like show up and they'll do things. I got to give you an example, and this is personal, but my dad, right? My dad, he was a very loving man, very patient man. He died years ago, but he never spoke the words and said "I love you." But it was crazy because most people would take that as, oh my God, like that's so terrible. And it's like, but I always knew, I always knew by his actions. I always knew that, he did. Like it was never a question in my mind because he never said the words, so sometimes it's like, like when it hit me, it's like, wait a minute, he never actually said the words. But, all the memories flooded in that, I just got chills. I'm sorry, talking personal. All the memories just flooded in about, but I always knew, like I always knew. There was no question about that. So it's something like that, you know what I mean? Like where if this person, it has a difficulty, or if it's you, I don't know, it's energy. If this person has difficulty apologizing, but then they show you constantly with their actions, that's just their way. Some people are just made like that. I don't know who's who here. Sometimes you don't need the words, you need the actions anyway, right? Who wants to hear the words if they're meaningless and if they're just going to, continue? But all right, let's go deeper. Let's go into this Two of Swords. Six of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Devil. Someone knows they have a little bit of an evil side. Somebody knows that they behaved in a way that was not demure, demure is what I heard. Like they knew they were a little classless is what I'm getting, kind of with the demure line. Like they showed a bit of their trashy side. There's a trashy side to this person. There's a ghetto side. I don't know how you want to say it, but they know this, and I think we all have that inside of us. But if we let that trashy ghetto, up front, whatever this is, energy come out, there either needs to be an apology followed by actions of correcting it or fixing it. I'll give you another personal example. So sorry, but I need to give examples, and I'm seeing them here. So with my boyfriend, sometimes he gets road rage, and he's always had the road rage, always. And I would just sit there like, me, his family, everyone's like, oh my God, like, and so I told him, it's like, it's not this person's fault. Look at, and I'm trying to show him, like, you're just taking out anger and frustration because you're trying to get somewhere and someone's delaying you and you're not seeing the whole picture, so you're being a little not classy, not demure, not, you're being ghetto, you're being, trashy, and so it's like, calm it down, so calm it down. So he's been working on it. He's been working and I've been seeing it. I've seen when he's about to pop off on some, and he'll sit there and he'll quietly just be like, I just don't know why they're not moving or something. But you know what I mean? It's like this person is recognizing or knows that they let their trashy ghetto side get the best of them. What else am I getting? Hold on, guys. This person also has like tunnel vision. Like once they get something in their minds, they become very obsessed with it and it turns very dark. It's like they get an idea in their minds and you can't tell them no. You can't show them like the proof of why it's not. They really just think that this is it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like they follow that. And it's an obsessive thought. So they have this obsessive thought, this is what I'm feeling here, and they can't let go of it. So I feel like you have to be careful with obsessive thoughts. Kind of let things go sometimes, Pisces. Or, I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is this person. But if you ever do get an obsessive thought, you need to let it go. Because it can get the best of you. And that's what I'm feeling is happening with this person. I feel like they're having this big obsessive thought that is like, it's spiraling out of control. Let's see what's going on in this Three of Wands. Ace of Swords. All right, I don't have a lot of space here. Well, you're not going to be able to see it. And the Death card. All right, did I not hit that right on the money, Pisces? Ace of Swords is not communicating. Death card is I don't even want to communicate. That's why that song came out the way it came out. I told you. Like sometimes these cards are just backup for what is being pulled out here. Three of Wands is, moving on and trying to, see the positives that are going on in your life. Like you have ships that are coming in for you. You have goals, and more importantly, Three of Wands is your higher self. Like you're recognizing like, I don't need this, So the communicate you, and I feel also like you're like, what's the point? Like I'm not getting the honesty or the truth that I need. So this is bad. I mean, it's good for you, but it's also like when a person gets fed up or they just run the same gamut. I don't know why I said that. I never say that. They run the same gamut and it never winds up getting where you want to go to, I guess. I don't know. And it just, what am I'm seeing like a horse race. Like there's a race, like a gamut to a horse race. I don't know if you guys have horses, but I am seeing them. Something about that. I have no idea. You may see a horse. All right, let me see. I feel like I missed things. I don't know why, but all right, let me do one more here because I feel like I am. King of Pentacles. There's someone here that acts like they have money, but they don't have a lot of money. And I think you become aware of that. So I don't want to paint you as this evil person, Pisces, but I think you don't have a lot of respect for a person who pretends to be somebody so important. And it's like in reality, they don't have it like that. Like something like that, but there's something else. Hold on, guys. There's also somebody here that lives off of status, but it's so crazy. It's like you may have some form of status, but I don't think they have money. And it's like instead of worrying about, like, I guess showing off or pretending like you're somebody important, because I feel somebody that is kind of being a little boastful. It's like you should have worried about your finances. And I just feel like you lost respect for a person that is bad with money, and but is kind of like boastful for their accomplishment. It's not about their accomplishments, it's about, but what did you do with it, or what did you make out of it? I don't know. That's what I got, Pisces. All right, let's do the Six of Swords. Oh, the Lovers. Four of Cups. What am I doing here? Because what am I doing here? Someone just said that. That's why it popped out the way it did. What am I doing here? Hold on. I'm trying to show it the way I see it. What am I doing here? Someone comes back only to, like, I heard in my mind, today I got time, cuz, with that Four of Cups. And somebody is like, comes back to the situation and they quickly realize, like, this was bad. Like, I shouldn't be here. Like, it's like a very big wake up call, like, I shouldn't be here. And I literally heard it channeled through me, what am I doing here? That's what channeled. I'm sorry. What am I doing here? That's what's going to happen, Pisces. So I don't know what that today I got time, cuz, like, you're really going to say something, or even not even say something. Sometimes, like, your silence, people could feel it, the energy in the room, and they feel unwelcomed or uninvited in some way. But I feel somebody that is just like, yeah, like, well, I shouldn't be here. Give me one more for that. Nine of Swords, Pisces. Sleepless nights, anxieties, worries. Somebody done fucked up. Big time. What is the advice? I mean, this is self-explanatory. Like, it's just, for some reason, I just got Misery. You remember that movie, Misery? Oh my Lord. Who was around this person? Because I saw the part where the guy was on the bed. Okay, so for the people that don't know, it was a writer, and he got into an accident in the snow woods or something, and there was a super fan of his, and she was like, oh, I know who you are, but she took him into his house, and there's no phones and there's no nothing, and she was like, like, thinking, okay, she's a super fan, but pretty soon she was an obsessed fan. I don't know why. That's what I felt, like, an obsessed fan. And where am I going with this? Okay, hold on. I gotta explain, because we gotta figure this out, Pisces. Hold on. So the part that I'm seeing in my mind was where he figured it out, like, oh crap, I gotta get out of here, and he tried to leave, and she winded up, like, putting him on the bed. Well, he was on the bed, and tying him up, and then breaking his legs. I'm not saying this is happening to anyone. No. It's an energy. It's basically like someone that, becomes almost obsessed with another person that does the most to not make them leave. So I don't at all think it's like that, but it is like a super fan that just doesn't want you to leave. Don't leave. Now, for some of you, because I do have that Three of Wands there. Three of Wands a lot of times can mean third parties. And I almost felt, my initial feeling was like, I feel sorry for this person, because there is somebody in this person's life that will hurt them in order to make them stay. I'm not saying physically, but that's what I felt, Pisces. So there was two storylines there. But all right, let's do advice. Two of Wands and the Hierophant. Hierophant is my God card, divine union. Find somebody you don't fight with like that, Pisces. Like, there's something here about, like, Two of Wands in reverse to me. It's like dealing, okay, first of all, it could be like dealing with some type of friction, with some type of issues. Like, I feel somebody that is better at, because I felt it, I don't know where it belongs, but I felt someone that was like kind of like my dad, or someone like that was kind of like my boyfriend, where it's like in those aspects, those ways that I was telling you about, like, you know, they can fix things or fix themselves or whatever. Recognize calm their passions down. You know, like, there's somebody here that is, I think they talk a lot about God or spiritual experiences, at least. So I think people that are more religious and more spiritual, not all of them, but yeah, definitely spiritual, can, what's that word? Self-regulate themselves a little better. So I think those are the type of connections that Spirit is asking you to go for. You know, like, yes, you're always going to run into those that cannot self-regulate, but those are not the ones that you pay a lot of attention to. You got to pay attention to someone who is more down to earth and more realistic with behaviors, is what I'm getting. And mature, definitely mature. Because I do feel like it'll lead to some type of marriage as well. All right, let's do career and money. I'll keep the same deck. Knight of Wands. We got pick me's. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Nine of Wands. I just felt that. Five of Pentacles. Ooh. And I am hearing the song, you know, it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the rent. So I feel energy of chasers in your life, Pisces. I feel like in the workplace, there are people, King of Wands is, you know, they go to the extremes to get the attention, which is interesting too. There's a lot of energy about going to the extreme. But for career and money, it's like, what is going on? I guess maybe it's the state of the world, kind of. I don't know, but it's like doing the most. But with the Nine of Wands, it's like it's clearly not working. It's just exhausting somebody. But I do feel like people are relentless at this situation. If this is you, Pisces, I don't think you need to try so hard, is what I'm getting, at all. I feel like this is, let me see that Knight of Wands one more. Eight of Cups. So I'm hearing that song, I Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Yes, that's old TLC. I don't know. I just feel a downfall of people who are like not working the way they used to and kind of just begging or just thinking that they're entitled to something, Pisces. Like, this is where you're going to stand out in an area in work, Pisces, is because this is not the energy to have. Because I feel like in a world where people are, you know, doing the most or, you know, begging for, you know, they're not even doing a great job, is what I'm getting. Like, they're getting desperate. People are getting desperate. So it's like just, you know, yeah, I just feel this energy so much at work. Let me see this Nine of Wands. Four of Wands. They want things. You know, it makes sense. Let me see the Five of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. I don't know. Something's going on with the opportunities. Like there's an opportunity for a few people, not for everyone. So people are going ham, Pisces, the pick-me's. I'm feeling it. All right. I'm not going too much into there. Just stay in your own lane, Pisces. That's the best you can do there. Let's close this off with the Oshos. Somebody at your workplace might be losing their home or something, and they're doing the most to try to keep their home. So I could see why they're drastic times call for drastic measures. Hold on. It's almost like somebody thought they were too good to do the work, but okay. Spirit, tell me more. Clinging on to the past. Patience. And trust. We also got transformation. Somebody has amnesia. You know what you're dealing with? A person who doesn't want to remember the past, but the reason they don't want to remember is because they fucked up. So it's like, it's easier to just gloss over it. Like, oh, let's just start anew. Yeah, I don't need to apologize. I don't need to make any efforts and change, transformations there. It's like, I don't need to do this, like, I don't know, Pisces. I kind of feel a person that is not like they want to move forward with you, but they're not making necessary changes. Hold on. Let me get one more for this. Let me do this one. This person has a very difficult time with trusting. This could be you, this could be them, I don't know. Maybe there's something here about that, because I got Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody that stays kind of single to themselves because they don't really trust a lot. It's hard with this person. I do feel this patience here, like you're kind of you're just taking your time, being patient with this situation. Hold on, I'm missing something. Let me see. Transformation. We got receptivity behind it. You feel like you're in la la land. Like, what's going on here? Are we just going to ignore this? Are we going to pretend like it didn't happen? Are we going to pretend like you don't need help? That's you, right, Pisces? That's what you're saying. We're going to just pretend like you don't need some type of help, like you don't have some type of issue here. Let me pull three more. That was a lot of channeling. Suppression. Integration. It's just with you, too. I'm not trying to pick up on this person's energy or how you feel towards this person. I want to see more about you. Well, you're definitely not suppressing how you feel. I do feel like you are rebelling in some way. Like you're the person that is, I don't think you're calling it out but you're bringing it to someone's attention. I could see it. You're bringing it out and bringing it to someone's attention. Like, this person ain't right, or this situation's not right. We can't just gloss over it and pretend like nothing happened. That's what I'm getting, Pisces. All right. I hope you like the reading. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.